What's going on, YouTube family? It's your boy, Also the Great. Uh, Welcome back to Rebirth. Appreciate you tuning in. I'm actually sitting up here at my job right now, and just got finished with lunch. And my wife and I were texting a little bit, looking at some scripture, and we just kind of started naming off some of the things that we need to work on individually, and also as a couple. Not in no like malicious way, like something is wrong. It's just we like to do self evaluations and kind of really examine ourselves, because it's hard to make corrective action if you don't really kind of look in the mirror and see what's going on. And, I got I got a ton of things, right? Um, so I'm always a work in progress, and that'll never really stop. Um, I got man, I got some trust issues. A lot of times, oftentimes, I don't really trust other people to do things, so I want to do it myself because I think I can do it myself. So that makes me pretty arrogant in some aspects, but then it also makes me delusional because you know it's really hard to build something by yourself. It's that's a lonely, lonely world, and in a marriage, that's impossible. It's hard to build a relationship if you're the only person in it, right? So it takes a lot. It takes a lot of people. It takes a village thing, right? Um, got a bunch of other stuff, man. I'm lazy. Uh, you know, just I got a lot of stuff, and so we name these things off, and I started listening to my mentor and my coach, uh, Anton. Name's Anton Daniels. If y'all don't know who he is, check him out. And I was listening to a live that he did earlier today while I was at work. So I started checking it out during lunch, and he was explaining about just options and how we have too many options. And he posed a few questions that really got me thinking, especially about thinking about what my wife and I were talking about earlier, and just you know how when we're left to our own devices and we choose our own path and we make decisions for ourselves. If we have too many decisions, we often make the wrong decisions, um, like way more often than not. And it's a bit of a conundrum because it's like I've been focusing a lot about financial literacy, getting the bag. That way I can secure my family's future, right? And not just that, it's just to have more options, right? You want to have the money. Uh, I don't even really want to call it money. You want to have the resources, right? The resources so that you can take care of your family. You know what I'm saying? Because it applies to just about anything. Even if you're not in this country, if you're somewhere else where money ain't even really a thing, you know what I'm saying? It's not about the amount of fiat currency you got. It has to do with how much land you got, or cattle, or whatever. Just any kind of resources, right? If water is a resource where you are, you know what I'm saying, and it's hard to come by, you want to have as much water as you can so that you don't dehydrate and die out here. You want to have the resources available to you, right? And in this country, money is the thing that's going to allow you to allocate those resources that you need, and get the services that you need in order to be safe, like insurance, um, for your family, medical care, food, clothing, shelter, um, you know, insurance in the event that something happened to me and I'm gone. You know what I'm saying? I still need my family to be taken care of. So I don't want them resources to deplete just because I'm gone. So you start working on passive income and just all these things, right? And I've been focused a lot on that, and so that I can have more options. But when I really got to thinking about what he was saying, what options, I started thinking about children. And, you know, if you allow a child, if you allow a child to make their own decisions on everything, right? The clothes, the language that they talk, as far as like profanity or something like that, the food choices that they choose. If you allow them to just choose everything that they want, it's going to be a disaster. You know it. I know it. It is what it is. You allow a child to pick and choose what's going to happen to them every single day, without any authority over who's dictating what's happening to them. They're going to make all the wrong choices, pretty much. They're going to eat pizza every day. Their body's gonna just fall apart. They're gonna get all fat. They're gonna get lazy. They're gonna get sloppy. They're gonna wake up when they want to wake up. They're gonna just do whatever they want to do, and they're gonna end up having a terrible, terrible, horrible life. When they get older in the teens, if you don't put any kind of if you just let them make decisions about who they want to be, sexually, they out here just sleeping with anybody, contracting diseases, making other kids, this, that, and the other. They just out here. They're gonna make all them decisions because it's all emotional and impulsive. And they're always gonna be the wrong decisions. That's just how it is, right? Um, so if you were to say that, everybody would say, well, that's crazy. That's why we have rules for kids, and that's why we teach them discipline, and this is why we do what we do. But it's really the same for adults too. Um, in this country, we are so free, right? We are just free to do whatever we want, whenever we want to do it. If you want to eat something in the middle of the night, you can. You can walk outside. If you got a little bit of money, you can go buy whatever you want to stuff down your throat right now. If you want to work at home, you can. You can go to school and not even really have a purpose on why you're going to school. You can just go in there and just rack up $100,000 worth of debt and not even have a major, and you can just whatever. I want to learn liberal arts or some foolishness like that. That's not that's not going to help you get any resources. Or you can chase your passions and your dreams, and you can do all of those things. And in more often than not, people are not successful in this country. Now you can measure success however you feel like. I don't really care what you choose, but by and large, success is recognized in this country by the amount of resources you're able to have and take care of your family. Because if you have a doctorate, you know what I'm saying, people will say, oh man, that's great. You went to school, you got your doctorate. But if you got a doctorate and you're homeless, you're not a success. You know, that's the reality of it, right? So let's not be foolish about that. Um, but for the most part in this country, people don't have the resources they need, and the reason is because they've been able to make decisions on their own, myself included, right? I'm no different. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm thankful that I'm able to kind of see it, and I'm able to get some help to try to be a better person. Um, but the choice, I listening to Anton and really thinking about, me and my wife were talking about, um, it's our choices. Our options are the problem. We're the problem, right? I'm the problem. Um, My choices are terrible because I have too many options. I need to actively figure out a way to get rid of the majority of my options, right? Let's say for instance this, right? If I told you, okay, I'm gonna choose I'm gonna choose what you get educated in, and I'm gonna set forth this path, and this is the only path that you can have, and this path is going to consist of you going to school, you're getting a engineering degree, okay, then you're going to work for this company for so many years, and then you're going to while you're doing that, you're going to learn how to be a consultant, or you're going to manufacture your own different product or whatever, and I lay it all out for you, and this is the only thing you can do. You're going to be successful in it. You won't have a choice because I'm going to lay out the rules and regulations for you, and that's what you got to do. If I told you you can't eat nothing else at all, and I don't make available to you anything except healthy food portioned out for you to eat at certain times of the day, and that's all you can eat, your health will be perfect. Your body will be in perfect condition. But it's because you have the options to choose, you go make the wrong decision. Just like me, that's why I'm fat, right? I'm fat because I chose to eat the wrong stuff. You know, that's the bottom line. So I gotta fix all this, right? That's that's the problem. I'm the problem. I got too many options, right? So this is where coaching comes in and mentorship comes in. You know what I'm saying? You you think you can choose to do better, but you can't, yo. If you could, you'd have done it. You'd have done it already. No matter what part of your life we're talking about. If you already got money, I'm not talking to you about money. If you already got perfect health, I'm not talking to you about your health. I'm talking to you about the things in your life that you need help with, that you need to work on so you can be better. Because you ain't perfect, fam. If you was perfect, I'd have heard about your ass already. You'd be just as famous as Jesus, right? So since you're not perfect, you need some help with something. That means you need coaching with something. Because if left to you, you can't get it right. You know what I'm saying? This channel isn't it's not religious or anything like that. So I kind of stay away from those things because people might have a different faith than I do. But as for my faith, I'm a Christian, right? We was given a perfect example of how we're supposed to be, right? Perfect, without flaws, no sin. We were given that example, and we were given rules that we're supposed to abide by. But we have all these options, right? We get to choose. We get to choose what we want to do, and every time we deviate from those rules, yo, bad things happen, right? Gluttony, one of the seven deadly sins, right? You can't look at me and then say, "Oh, he ain't never been gluttonous." Of course I have. I ate way more than what I'm supposed to eat. You know what I'm saying? Sloth. You know, I done slept in. I done been lazy. I done did all them things, man. You know, wrath. You think I ain't never been angry and beat the hell out of somebody? Of course. Or take out my, insecurities out on other people. You know what I'm saying? He called them deadly sins. I should have been dead a long time ago. Real talk. But that's why we have guidance. That's why we have a mentor like Christ, if you're a Christian. You know, we can't do it by ourselves. We got to lean on somebody else that knows better, that already did it. Anyway, fam, that's what my mental is right now. If you got something that you need to work on, man, put it in the comment below. Check out my boy Anton Daniels. Sign up to his Patreon. Get some exclusive content. You want to get some bomb ass coaching. That's where you need to be, man. That dude is the truth, right? whether that's money or anything else for that matter, man. He lives his life like an open book, so you can research him yourself. I ain't gotta I ain't gotta big up on him and all that stuff like that. He can speak for himself. Um, so tap into that if you feel like it. Um, or if you just want to chat with me, man, hit me up in the email, hit me up in the comments below. Let's chop it up about this conversation, man. I think this is a great conversation to have with yourself, with your spouse, with your loved ones, um, or even with me, man. I love you too, right? You know what I'm saying? So, anyway, man, that's all I got right now. I'm a bit long winded. But I'm gonna post this up. I'm gonna put a link to Anton's channel, and well, more specifically, the video, so you can check it out for yourself. All right, I'll let y'all.